Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly video, and as usual, just going to show you what I got. Didn't really find much in stores this week. As a matter of fact, to tell you the truth, I have been on quite the cold streak. I haven't found a single chase of any kind in the whole month of October. So, and we're 5 days into November, and I haven't found anything this month either. Wah, wah. Oh well. But hopefully my luck will change in the next couple months as we get closer and closer to the Christmas or holiday season. Yeah, so it is what it is. But anyway, so I did find a couple of things. I did not, oh, by the way, yesterday was KDAY. I did not go because I had called the KMART that's closest to me, and they said they didn't have any cases. They didn't get anything for the event. So I was like, well, that kind of sucks and whatever. So I guess I'm not going to KDAY, which is okay because I really only wanted a Civic EF, and I know buddy Jeremy Bolter, he traveled a little bit further to go to a KDAY, and I know he picked me up one, so I'll get that car anyway. But yeah, it sucked. But then another person that lives around me did go to KMART, not knowing that they didn't have anything and that they basically had canceled the event. And lo and behold, they found one master case that was sitting there somewhere, and it had already been gone through. So, anyway, so that's too bad. But didn't have a KDAY experience, and that kind of stinks. I mean, mostly it stinks because I missed out on any trading that would have been done in the parking lot and that stuff, because that's always fun to do. All right, anyway, there's my KDAY woes. So stuff I found. Found this guy, cracked a case of Auto World, and I picked up an additional one of these. I already have one of these, but had to get another one. We're going to crack this in the second segment of the video. So that was pretty cool. I think that's the only thing that I actually bought in a store. My buddy Crazy Todd found the Classic Gold Johnny Lightning Toys R Us exclusives. These are version B. I still would like to find version A. They're coming in cases of 6 with 3 of each one of these vehicles in it. And we're going to go ahead and crack both of these in the second segment of the video. So that was cool. He found that. Oh, Todd also traded me this, because, you know, I'm starting to go through all my stuff, as I've mentioned, and I'm kind of getting rid of duplicate things. So I had some few things to trade Todd, and we just worked out a little deal for this 100% V-Dot Volkswagen truck, which we'll crack in the second half, and these two. So that was pretty sweet. Glad to score those. Oh, I did find one other thing in the store. I picked up at a Hobby Lobby. This is from Classic Gold Release 2, this Johnny Lightning GTO. We're going to go ahead and crack that in the second half of the video. And then along with that, I'm going to crack the only other one I've got carded from that same release, Classic Gold Release 2 from 2016, which is this Olds Tornado. So we're going to go ahead and crack that too. So then I went to an antique mall, and I scored up that there was a booth there that had everything 20% off. So I ended up getting this old case, which is pretty sweet. I really just like it because I love these blue trays that come in. I don't know if these are the original trays from this case or not. They're probably not, but either way, these blue trays are great for storing loose cars and whatnot. So dig that. So I got a smoking deal on this little case. I think it was like $9 or something like that. Not too bad. And then at that same booth, I picked up this guy, and we'll take a closer look in the second half of the video. This Jaguar E-Type Matchbox. It's an old Lesney. And at first when I picked it up, I'm like, wow, did somebody repaint this? I mean, it looks perfect, but no, it's all original. So that was pretty cool. I think I paid $8 for this car, which I think is pretty decent. I looked them up on eBay, and there is a gray wheel variation of this that apparently is a lot more rare than the black rubber tire version. So I guess if you find that one, that's worth quite a pretty penny. So there's that. Then I also went to a little place called Replay Toys, which is in my area. So this is when I found out I wasn't going to KDAY. I'm like, well, I'm going to take my money and spend it elsewhere. So when I went to Replay Toys and I picked up a couple things, I picked up this Dodge van that I did not have. So we're going to go ahead and crack that in the second segment. I got a ton of these variations of this. Oh, by the way, I still want the Moon Eyes Super of this casting. If anybody's got one of those and is willing to give it up or trade it or whatever, it'd be cool to work out something for that. And then I picked up this Matchbox. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little Alpha Julia in red. It looks pretty sweet. So I picked that up. I picked up this Volkswagen Beetle Hot Ones series. I love the Hot Ones series. I think this series was great. There's a lot of cool cars in it. There's a lot of like fantasy casting stuff in it that I wouldn't want, but all the license models from it are pretty neat. I think I'll try to get all of those. I guess there's chase versions of stuff in here, in these two that had letters on the tires that said the Hot Ones. Anyway, I got this home and I found it. I do already have it, but I'm probably just going to keep this thing anyway, and I'll keep it carded. The card is crispy, and I've got a few other Hot Ones cars hanging up on the wall, actually right there, and this will probably join them. So there's that. And then I also picked up this retro Magnum PI Volkswagen van, which is a pretty cool casting. I have two of the vintage ones from when they originally released this casting, and I will show those along with this one when we crack this one in the second segment. Alright, so then, so that was it for what I got. So, like I said, I've been going through my stuff. We're just going to crack some random stuff in the second segment here. We'll crack these two Toyota trucks. This one retro, and the cool classics one. Very cool castings. Want to set these things free. And then we're going to crack 6 road tripping cars, which, if you remember, the road tripping series was a series at Walmart. I believe these were $2 a piece. Some of the castings actually feature metal bodies, metal bases. Some of them don't. They all have some interesting artwork stuff on them. So there is that. Those 3, and then these 3, including that Skyline there and that Toyota. We're going to crack those in the second segment. So that's it. So let's flip the camera around and get to cracking some stuff. Okay, so let's start with this little VW truck. This thing is pretty cool. I got it out of the package and the acrylic top off. However, could not get these screws out. They are in there so tight, and one of them is already completely stripped. And the other 2, I started trying to get at them, but I kept stripping them. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably going to have to actually drill these screws out and then extract them from the casting to get this thing loose, which, oh well, it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm not going to do it right now. So here is that casting, this Hot Wheels 100% casting. It is pretty cool. I dig it. It's got actually kind of a sparkly black paint job. Of course, this lifts up to see the little motor detail on the back, so that is pretty neat. Really dig it. Thank you, Todd, for trading this little guy to me. I appreciate that. Enjoy my VW collection. So then let's go ahead and take a look at this Matchbox, or this Lesney. This is a pretty cool little piece. The neat thing about it is it's old, and it rolls really nice, actually. The wheels are pretty cool, and it's in pretty much perfect shape. There's really nothing glaringly wrong with it. Got a little maybe flea bite on the door handle there, but it is in otherwise pretty much mint shape. It's number 32. So this is a cool little Jag E-Type, and of course the E-Type Jag, one of the just nicest looking shapes of a car that has ever been created. And I just think this looks great. So that is a sweet little casting. So I was glad to pick that up. So that's pretty cool. Next, let's go ahead and just open this color swatch car and take a look at it. Now, I've been noticing something interesting about it, and that it's tied to this base. I have no clue why they did that. This is the only car that they've done that with. And it also doesn't come with like the traditional insert for the packaging that would normally fit in this box. So actually, before we cut those little ties, let's see if this will fit in here. And yeah, it will. So that's pretty cool that it still fits in there. Very tight in there. But yeah, it's tied to the base. I don't know what the deal is with this and why this car in particular has it tied like this. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm sorry I'm doing this on camera, but in fact, you know what? We're just going to pause it. I'm going to get this thing free. Alright, here it is. It's out. I'm glad I stopped the video because that took way too long. Anyway, here is your color swatch. Barracuda. And I think this thing looks really cool. I like that Autoworld is getting creative, you know, with the castings that they got. Yeah, they don't have, you know, a huge tooling library. This thing is very detailed. The motor is very detailed. The air cleaner is detailed. Oh man, yeah. I mean, that looks nice. I should crack loose the black one of these too, because I like black Autoworld cars. And this thing is pretty sweet. I think they're going to do one more model in this for sure, in the color swatch kind of theme. So that is pretty cool. But yeah, getting those little wires out from around the tires was a complete pain in the butt. So glad I stopped the video and didn't make you suffer through that struggle. Alright, so anyway, so there's that. Next up, we're going to go ahead and move on to some Johnny Lightning. Actually, let's start by opening the Chevy Caprice Estate. This thing is pretty cool. Now, this casting did already come out, I think, this year in the boats one. The Gone Fishing series. I think this Wagon already came out in that series. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this one looks pretty cool. You got Tampa wood paneling. It's still got the trailer hitch on it, which the hitch does look pretty huge for the car. It looks really big. But that'll be interesting to be able to hook up a trailer to that. Let's see here. It's got an opening hood. At least it should. Anyway, these are limited to 768 in each color, so very, very limited run. You can find them at your Toys R Us. They just started popping up, so go get them. And pretty neat little car. That's cool. I like Wagons. Wagons are cool. Shout out to Paul Wooten, fellow Wagon lover, and I'm sure you're going to be wanting this one. Yep, pretty awesome. So there is that, and then we got, of course, the 81 Datsun 280 ZX Turbo, which this one, these are also limited to 768. I believe the other color of this is blue, I want to say. I don't know what the other color is of this one. But here it is. It's in sunrise orange is what it says, but it's more of a yellow. It definitely looks like more of a yellow. And go ahead and crack it open. Like the Wagon, this one's metal body, metal base, rubber tires. Pretty cool looking little car. Now they did release this in Classic Gold. It was Classic Gold Series 2. And two colors. Here's those two. And so those were pretty popular when they came out. Love to find the White Lightning at one of these. That would be pretty sweet. So here are the three colors I have. I would like to get the blue one, so hopefully I'll find the other Toys R Us exclusive one, or somebody will find it and trade me for it, or trade me it. Then I just wanted to grab out these other two that I have. The same casting. These are older Johnny Lightning. I think this was Tomy era. They got plastic tires, plastic wheels, whatever. Still metal on metal. But just a cool little Z car. I believe... Does the hood open on these? No, I don't think it does. No, it definitely does not. So this is a non-hood opening casting from Johnny Lightning. The only thing goofy about it is the stance is a little off. It's just, it looks a little weird, the back tire being smaller. So they put both same size wheels on this version of it. The old way to do it would have been put the larger wheel on the back. So it's kind of like got some exaggerated feature to it. But still a pretty cool looking little casting. So I dig that. That's pretty awesome. So while we're at it, so let's take a look at the... I have a couple other cars loose from that same series. So here's the Monza And then here's the Vega Wagon, which the Vega Wagon is really cool. So there's those two, and then we got, so that was those two, and then the Datsuns, and of course these were also available in another color. And then we got, so this is that Olds I showed in the first half of the video. This is also from that same series. The only one I'm missing, the only casting example I'm missing from the release 2 would be the Warlock, which was a truck, Dodge Warlock. But don't really desire to have it anyway. But this car is pretty cool. I love the wheels on this car. I love these Johnny Lightning wheels. There's always a really good roller. This one should have an opening hood, and it does, and it's pretty detailed in there. Pretty awesome. Totally dig it. New Olds. That's what the license plate says. So that's pretty cool. And then this one I had to grab when I saw it at Hobby Lobby. Use your 40% off. Pick up this guy. This little Pontiac GTO. It's a 73. Not my favorite GTO body style. But really nice looking car. It's got a wheel that needs a little fixing here. Probably monkey with that later. This one should have an opening. It keeps, it's like bouncing open and then shut. Come on, buddy. I'm struggling today. It's like totally just wants to slam back shut. So anyway, I guess we're not looking in there. Pretty nice. It's got a flat black roof and gloss black and red accents. Very neatly detailed. Grr, it says there. And just a really nice looking little 1/64 scale car. So I'm glad I got this one. I passed up on this one, I think, the first time I saw it when these originally came out. But the series just started popping up in Hobby Lobby. And I'm really mad I can't get this hood open. Alright, whatever. I'm sorry about that. Alright, so there it is. And it looks pretty great. Really dig it. Pretty awesome. So there's that. And so that's going to be it for Johnny Lightning. Next thing we'll look at here is we'll crack a couple of Mattel items. We'll start with this Volkswagen Sunagon Magnum PI Island Hoppers. Go ahead and open this guy up. And there that is. Very nice. Tampo's not quite in the right spot here in the front. Should be moved up a little bit on the grill, but that's okay. Pretty sweet. This little top thing moves up on these. Pop top. That's pretty cool. And you got a motorcycle in the back. So there that is. That's pretty neat. And then I do have, I said, a couple examples of the old casting of this, the original black wall. So here is this guy. Very, very cool. I got these, I scored these. I bought both of these $5 a piece. And they're in mint shape. I think this is the original color I think it came out with. It's got a Hong Kong base. This one has a Malaysia base. So I think this one came out in 1981 or 82. So there's that. It's got an 81 copyright date anyway, and I'm pretty sure this is the first version of this vehicle to come out. So really, really cool to have those and to add this one to the collection. I know there's one in the, I believe it's in the Hot One series that I would like to have, so that would be cool. All right, so there's those real quick, and let's see, next up we'll crack this little Matchbox here. Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint. Nice little car. Matchbox always does a good job, of course, with their licensed vehicles. We got headlights and taillights. Tampos look pretty good. Got chrome bumpers that are actually part of the interior piece, which means you got to have a chrome interior, but oh well, that's okay. And I dig this little car. I think it's nice. Very, very cool. Nice basic red. I like these plastic wheels. Not a very good roller for some reason. It was just, it's weird. A lot of friction in those back wheels. Wonder what that's about. It's not really like rubbing on anything, so I don't really get that. That's strange. It's like almost like the axle is too wide for the hole of the wheel. I don't know. Weird. Or there's still plastic left over on the wheel. But anyway, there that is. And then we got 77 Dodge Van. I have no idea what the heck this is. This Top Rides Yellow Driver Picks Team Hot Wheels. When did this come out? Probably 2012. It's a 2011 copyright date. I have no idea if this was like just part of the regular main line, what it was, but there's stickers in here too. I'm going to go ahead and open them up. So pretty basic. You got a van with flames on it. They've done that many times before. Many variations of that. And then here's your stickers. Pretty cool. So that's the little Dodge van. I got a bunch of that casting. I dig that casting as I dig all vans. So there's that. So next up, let's go ahead and crack some of these Toyota trucks. This is a very cool casting when it's put out in a premium type of line. I love these big wheels on this thing. I actually like these plastic wheels. I think they look awesome. And I think they look great on this truck. And the Cool Classic series was kind of an underrated series. There's definitely some cool models in it. And the paint jobs were pretty cool with this almost like anodized finish. So this is orange and just looks awesome. All metal. Metal base, metal body. I think pretty much all of the Cool Classics were metal base, metal body. I think the reason why they didn't sell very well is because they didn't have rubber tires, because they all have plastic tires. And that's okay with me when they do that, because it kind of gives the series more of a retro feel to it. You know, like the Hot Ones series, it's all plastic tires, but man, those cars look great. So, and I think this looks awesome. So, but of course, this one might top it. The 87 Toyota pickup from Back to the Future. It's the Retro Entertainment release. I'm not sure. I think it's an earlier one, so not sure what these things go for. But I bought this in the store when I first started kind of collecting Hot Wheels. I think this was 2014 maybe that this came out. And this thing is just awesome. So full-on details. You got it's painted up there, or tampoed up there. You got tampos in the front, tampo in the rear. Nice lifted Toyota truck, rubber tires with tread, metal body, metal base, of course. And this thing just looks great. So super stoked to have this thing loose. What a cool little truck. Yeah, to have both of these. These are just, that's a great looking casting. Great looking versions of these. I don't know what else is out for this lifted truck in a premium sense. I know they've put it out like in the main line and stuff, and it looks okay, but it's got like wild graphics and stuff, so it's not really as cool as these, of course, but very, very neat. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Alright, so there is that, and then next up, we'll just quickly crack. We got 6 road tripping cars. Let's start with the 66 Ford Fairlane. Pop this guy out of there. This one's got plastic base, metal body. Got a number 12 on the roof. We'll go through that pretty quick here. And we'll crack this custom 56 Ford truck. This series was very hit or miss with these road tripping cars. Some of them were pretty cool. Some of them were pretty lame. Some of them had all metal construction. Other ones just had plastic. But I think a lot of them actually had all metal. But this is a pretty neat little truck. 6 Ford. I don't even know if I have one of these loose at all. I think I have, well, maybe I have one other one. So there's that. And then the Chevy Chevelle SS Wagon, which is a pretty nice one. But this does have a plastic base, which I know they got a metal tool for that base. At least they do it with the panel, so I'm pretty sure they share bases. But Key West, it's pretty cool in the teal. And then we got the 57 Chrysler 300. Go ahead and open up that guy. And yeah, so there's going to be a lot of like random cracking in these weekly videos, especially if I don't find much, just because I have a lot of cars to open now. It's kind of neat. switching from being a carded collector to kind of mainly going to be a loose collector, because the fun stuff is now beginning where I get to crack all this stuff that I've had just sitting in packages. And I'm not going to do it all at once. I'm going to kind of just slowly do it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so we got 2 more of these road tripping cars to crack. So next, let's go ahead and take a look at the Toyota 2000 GT. It's a very nice looking one. Mount Fuji. Very nice. It does have plastic, metal body. Graphics on it look pretty good though, and the color is nice. I like the, it's almost like a charcoal gray kind of color, but with some metal flake in it. But it looks really, really good. So I definitely dig this one. Glad to have that loose instead of just sitting in a car. And then last up, we got this guy, Skyline Hack. This thing is pretty awesome. It's Kaido Racer. Looks like tampos aren't perfect on it, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And there that is. Very, very cool. No roll cage. Looks pretty awesome. Nice color red. Definitely dig it. Alright, so that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Sorry, I did not find much this week, but I was happy to grab this guy. Was happy I got those Toys R Us exclusives. I knew they were coming out, but then I totally forgot about them. And then luckily Todd came up with them. So hopefully we'll be able to find the other colors, and I'll be able to get my hands on that one as well. I would like both of them. So both of these castings would be cool to have in the other color, and that would be awesome. And that's going to be it. So I'll stop rambling on. So hopefully I find something good this week. Hopefully you know, some stuff hits stores and I'm able to get to it. You know, I have been able to get, to be honest, I mean, I've definitely been hunting. I've been going out, I've been opening cases and just not finding anything. So, you know, that happens. I'm just on a cold streak. So hopefully we'll get to break that. Let's hope this week. So, we'll see you in the next weekly video if I don't put out anything in between. And you guys have a great week. Bye.